Have you ever tried to understand life while living it? It's like trying to measure the size of the ocean while swimming in it. Most of the time, you're just trying not to drown. So it's no surprise that many of us don't really stop to ask, what am I doing with my time? What am I doing with my life? Between family, friends, work, distractions, and that cozy spot on the couch, it's easy to get lost. So let's take a step back. Let's zoom out and look at life, not as a blur, but as something measurable, something precious, something yours. Part 1. The Life Inventory. If you're around 25 years old, you've already lived approximately 1,300 weeks out of the 5,200 weeks that make up a full 100-year lifespan. That's right, 5,200 weeks. Seems like a lot, but let's break it down. The first 600 weeks, you were a child. The next 400, a teenager trying to figure things out. That means your first 1,000 weeks were more about survival, learning, and figuring out how this whole being human thing works. By the time you hit 20, you're already past the intro. And yet, most people still feel lost, unsure what direction to take. That's normal, but it's also a sign. It's time to get clear. Because from here on out, life speeds up. Part 2. The working years. Most people start working sometime between 20 and 30. From that point on, the average person will spend 2,000 weeks in the workforce. That's nearly 40% of your life. Ideally, that work is fulfilling. Ideally, it pays the bills and feeds the soul. But for many, it's draining, repetitive, and purposeless. And here's the reality. If you don't actively choose your path, someone else will choose it for you. So ask yourself, are you building a life or just filling time? The answer doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be honest. Because clarity beats motivation. Every time. A recent Gallup poll found that nearly 60% of people feel emotionally detached at work. That's not just sad, it's dangerous. Because we're trading our most valuable resource, time, for something that often doesn't give back. So if you haven't asked lately, does my daily life reflect what matters most to me? Now is the time. Part 3. The last chapter. Let's say you make it to 80, which is already above average in many countries. That gives you about 1,000 weeks of retirement, if you're lucky. But those final years aren't always active. As we age, energy declines, illnesses rise, and the body slows down. The sad truth? Most people delay their dreams until it's too late. They say, I'll travel when I retire. I'll start painting next year. I'll reconnect with family once things calm down. But time doesn't wait, and life doesn't pause. If you keep postponing the things that matter, you may never get to them. That's not meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. Because what we often call someday never arrives, unless we name a date and take the first step. Part 4. The illusion of later. We live like we have unlimited time, but every day we roll the dice. Accidents, illness, unpredictability. They're all part of the game. It's not morbid, it's math. And understanding this isn't depressing. It's liberating. Because once you realize your time is finite, you stop wasting it. You stop saying yes to things that drain you. You start asking deeper questions. Who matters most to me? What experiences light me up? What am I here to do? Really? This mindset shift is powerful. It's what researchers call mortality salience, the awareness of death that makes us live more fully. Studies show that people who regularly reflect on the limits of their time tend to prioritize better, live more intentionally, and experience deeper fulfillment. So no, you don't need to fear death, you just need to respect time. Part 5. The power of presence. You don't have to quit your job or move to the mountains to live meaningfully. Sometimes it's about small choices, saying yes to dinner with your parents, leaving your phone in the other room, picking up that guitar you haven't touched in 3 years, sending a message to someone you haven't spoken to in too long. Every moment you intentionally show up for is a moment that shapes your story. And it's these small moments that make a life, not just the milestones. Start with one, then another, because momentum is built in the present. Part 6, the math of connection. Here's something most people never calculate. If you're 20 and your parents are in their 50s or 60s, and you see them for 2 weeks every year, you might only have 20 to 30 weeks left with them. Total. That's it. The same goes for friends who live far away, for mentors you admire, for the people who shaped your childhood. Most of the time you'll ever spend with them has already passed. But that also means every future interaction can be sacred, if you let it. If we treat time with people as a finite resource, we might love harder, listen deeper, and forgive faster. Part 7. So, what now? There's no single answer to the question, what should I do with my life? But there's a better one. What do I not want to regret? Because regrets aren't caused by failure. They're caused by neglect, by all the things you could have done but didn't. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to pay attention. Here's a simple starting point. List 3 things you care deeply about. Ask yourself, am I giving these things enough time? If not, what's one thing I can change this week? Big lives are built on small questions and small, consistent action. Every hour you spend consciously counts, and every decision you delay also counts. So start choosing, even imperfectly, because even half effort toward the right thing beats full effort toward the wrong one. Part 8, a promise you can keep. This video isn't just here to give you perspective. It's here to invite you to reclaim your time, not in some big dramatic way, but in the way you choose to show up today. Because how you live one day is how you live your life. And if you need support on this journey, I've got something for you. In my shop, you'll find gentle companions for your path, affirmation mugs that remind you of what matters, inspiring posters that bring clarity to your space, and practical ebooks to go deeper into your own growth. It's all there, tools to support the version of you who's finally ready to live with more purpose. So if this video gave you something valuable, leave a like, subscribe for more grounded, science-backed insights, tap the bell so you don't miss what's next, and drop a comment. What part of this video hit you hardest? Let's talk. Let's grow. Let's make the most of the time we're given, because you don't need more pressure. You need more clarity, and clarity changes everything. Your life isn't a problem to solve, it's a gift to use. So go use it well, week by week, moment by moment. You got this.